Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Astos Kumar, and we're going to discuss today about file system, how to open a file using the Python, how to read the file, how to write the file, because this file system going to help us to maintain the my inventory as a network engineer. Inventory means my host name of the device or associated with the domain name or anything else like password and different type of hierarchical password, any kind of file you want to import into your code. So how the Python going to read the that file, how they going to open the file, how they going to write the file, how they going to read the file, how they going to amend the file. So all the things we have to keep handy before coding anything. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So let's we will have one file and we will try to using the Python. So before that, we will see that how we going to using the operating system, how we going to read and write the file. I think everyone familiar. Just I'm going to quickly I'm going to show you that. So let's move on the practical without waiting. This is the Collab. It's a very good platform where we can do the testing, right, guys? I think everyone now you can open in.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, next what I want to, I'm going to open my, this is a terminal. So I'm going to show you on both place. First we will get comfortable with the file system. So the file system, just I want to check any file over here. So I will do ls and list out the my, so I can see there is so many folder and files. So I will pick up any one file. So let's get there is a two file I can see, txt file. Just for simplicity, I'm going to I'm going to open this file. How do I open this file? Just simply what I will do, i will I will go to Beam editor, or you will go to the nano any file of reading system, and we will go for that file name if we have in same folder. Otherwise we have to follow the path, right? Right, that's the right way.
Yeah.
So we will able to open the file and their content I can able to see that. Okay, and how to quit, just escape. So I want to quit, sorry, quit. So we are back to this, or you can open in nano also. These are the editor, you can open your file. Okay, and you can read as well as you can write, you can amend whatsoever you want to. So this is idiot till here, guys.
Yeah.
I want to explore x. Okay, so this is a reading file, but how Python going to read the file? Because the my Python, if that code able to read file, then they going to consume the file content. Don't you understand? Okay, don't you agree? If they able to open and close, so you understand the normal filing, opening, close, and read the file. Let's go for Python. I'm going to go Python. So we are in Python console. Okay, now I want to open same file. How do I open? So there is something called inbuilt function, and that function name is itself is called name open. So let's go to my doc. So we will go to the documentation of doc python org, and from there documentation go to references and built-in function. In built-in, in built, in, function, in built, in, function, you can see the open. Can you see the open? 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 Can you see the open
yeah.
open function. So here we can explore. So open is a function inbuilt. We can open with the different mode are given as read mode, and this mode having different kind of are by default. This is, you see, opening reading file is default, then we have writing, then we have exclusive creation. Open with the exclusive creation means you can do the creation. Writing means entire overwriting. And appending, if you want to append anything to exist. And rest 3 are mode, which mode you want: binary mode, text mode. And open with the updating reading and writing. If you want both the things, reading and writing, no need to use the R and W, you have to use plus symbol. Comfortable, guys, till here?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
let's do practical way and explore this function. And what are the mode we have? We are in the Python. So I'm going to open same file system using Python. How to read the file using the Python. So what is this function? We know there's a open is a open followed by the file. So first I'm going to take any what you can say file one, any variable, so that I can contain the my thing into that, right, guys? And go for open and followed the file name. So what is the file name? So my file name is config.txt, right, guys? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, so what going to happen if I'm going to click, means the open function file this, and this is a variable where they're going to open and store the content. Is that right? So let's see the content. I'm able to see the content or not? Yes or no?
Mm, not sure, but
No.
could be.
So let's see. Error. What's the error? The name config read mode. So they are not understanding IO. This is input and output. What you try to do? Okay, by default is a config T. It's go into the read mode, right?
Yes.
But you have to read, means this file content are stored, but they will not show as a file. This is where the memory were stored. This is the output, but you have to read that output because this is in a read mode. Means you have to call the read function. What do you mean by that, Ashutosh? Just you have to give the read function. Read is a function by which any content you want to read if the file is open. So if file opened, then only you are able to read, right, the content.
Yes.
Okay, so now file is open, now you go to read. So there, now you are able to read. So for opening you need function, for reading you need function method, right?
Yes.
Yes. Can you see here my file was, how nice way I can read into nano and vi, right, in sequence, right? But here in a single string they given the output. Are you able to see? And the new line as they given, it's, we are not so comfortable reading with this way. Can you think of the thousand of line and they will give in single? Okay, so how do you read this? How do I want to split each and every content of the line. I want to split. So I will integrate with the read with the split function. What is called? Split method. So followed by read, then split it. So if I will see, can you see the challenge? After split, what we got here, guys?
Bracket.
We got, what is this bracket? This bracket come where? In list, if you remember, empty list. Yes, no.
Okay. Yes.
This symbol for the list, if you remember, let me revise the list. Means this is the empty list, and this is the empty what? Set, right? And this is what? Tuple, tuple, the empty tuple. So we know this is empty list means something. The content. So what happened to this content? So there is always remember Python, once you read the file, so your cursor will be where? In the file system. Suppose I am reading any page. You started from first point reading. Okay, you started reading with this. You completed reading. Where you will be there at the bottom, right?
Yes.
Okay, the same way Python, he read all the content one time, and his cursor on the bottom of that. How do I know, Astos? So there is a called function that is called tell me where I am. Tell me where I am. Where is my cursor in the file? So we can see that at the bottom 79 total points, there is a word 79 word at the bottom. I'm. So how do I bring my cursor on the 0? So that is called the next command called what is called method seek. Seek means it's bring your cursor on the where you want. Okay, suppose I want to cursor as 78. So this will show me something bottom, first letter from bottom. Try to understand what I am going to show you. Can you see? File 678 means their cursor is here. Now if I want to read, what we able to read? Tell me, guys. I'm able to read or not?
What only the last one word because we are
Let's
on
see.
last word.
I'm able to read the last one.
Yes.
Yes, only the last one. So if I will cursor, I will bring to on 10th. Let's bring on 10th. I don't know what content over there on 10th. Just for I bring to my cursor on 10th. Now my cursor on 10th. Now I want to read the content. So I can read from 10th position to rest of. So once you read, means your cursor, let me see where my cursor is at the bottom. That's why if you again try to read, I'm not able to read anything. Agree, understand? I
Yes.
so
So for reading any file, first we need to make the cursor at the zero or from the beginning. Then we need to go for this read. Is
yes.
it?
So means every time you want to read file, you have to bring. Suppose first time you are opening the file, that okay. You are on the your cursor on the top of the file. But once you read, then next time you want to read, so your cursor, where is the cursor? On the bottom of the file. So either you bring your cursor on the top again, then only you are able to read. Or second method, can you tell how do you, what you have to do? You have to reopen your file, right?
Yeah. Yes.
For reopening your file, what is, are you able to reopen the file? If I want to open, let me reopen the file. This I want to open again, open this. right? Right, guys? Yes, no.
Yes.
Open this file again. This time I'm going to open file in the file. File name is same. Go to automatic in mode. Are you agree, guys?
Yep.
We are here. Are you able to see comfortably? I should change the background.
It's good for me.
We can see it.
So if I'm going to open file, again same file, the file 2, this time I'm going to open as a file 2. So what going to, let's read the file. Able to open the file again, reopen the file, okay,
Yes.
able to read. So in the different file system, but how many time you opening the file? One file has open with the different file folder. You think if you're going to do the automation, so your file is keep opening and them going to eat your space. Don't think 100 of file is, there is a method to
Mm,
close the file. If
yes.
you keep opening your this web browser, there's a multiple web browsing. Your process, your RAM going to be right.
Yes.
And while you are doing the automation, so while you are opening, you need the closing of the proper, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
for that, if you see, if I'm going to read first one file, it's still showing. So either you bring the cursor on the top, then you can able to read content, or this is very good habit to close your file. So Astos, I already read in file in different file system file too. It may be closed because I'm able to read in different file name, right? So let me show if it's a close or not. How do you know? So if my file is closed or not? You have you have close function. What is called closed? You are able to see it's a closed or not. You can see it's a closed or not.
No, it's not. It's still open.
It's a false. See the still open. Let's see what's the file. File 2, it's closed or not. No, both the file is false. So let's close this. There is called function method, that is called close. Close. So I'm going to close the file 1, right? Let's say now it's a file 1 is closed or not. Can you see true? Earlier it was false.
Okay,
Yes.
so if we open the file one from the beginning, so it will show all the content.
Yes, if I will do read file, it will not show this. It will show because it's true, my file is closed. I can open file. I can. If I read file, what happened? It's going to read or not? Tell me.
No, first we have to open.
Excellent. Very good. I had to open first. Yeah, otherwise will not going to work. So think as a baby step. How you are going to do? So Python is the same way. They will open the file, then only they can read file. Then we have to close the file. So you understand the step? So let's say what error is going to run. So if I'm trying to open the file without, so try to read the file without opening the file, so it should be give the error. So you understand IO operations say that closed file, right? I have to
Yep.
open the file. So what we have to do? Just we have to file one and go for open and give the content, the file name. So always you remember you have to give the name as a thing. You can go in the read and write mode whatsoever. Now if you're going to do, of course it will show you entire. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's quickly summarize what the how many functions. So what are the things we understand the open as a function, right? Then we saw the closed as a method. Then we saw the close as another method by which we close. Then we understand the tell as a method by which we can get to call the content where the my cursor, right? And next I want to move my cursor. So we studied this many. Agree? You are comfortable with this? I will move next.
We also study
Yeah.
read also.
Okay. Thank you. Now next what we have apart from that we saw read function. Sorry. We saw read function and we're going to see in some time write function. How to write. Right now we have existing file. I did not created any file, right? So we should learn how to write a file using, okay, and then we will see how to append the file using this, how to rewrite a file. So we have write method also, read method. Apart from that we have split. We saw that is right. So let's explore about split so that later on we will integrate with the write also, the read also. Idiot,
And plus
guys?
symbol also.
Okay. So split what they do is split. Suppose I want to split this. So I have to bring the first cursor, the 0. I have to bring in the cursor to bring my cursor on the top of the file. Now I will read with split, with split file. So how the output changed? What is the change in output? First, this is the content given the edge into the my files, but the Python can't use. Python can use the tuple. Python can use the dictionary. Python can understand use the list, right? So split not only going to split, going to bring it into the list. You see the listing, guys, and each
Yeah.
IP, each content become one element so that you can pick up any content. Are you able to see?
Yes.
Yes or no? They bring with the comma with the each content with the different set of element. What's the benefit, Astos? So suppose I'm going to, let me bring it, and then I'm going to give the my is equal to I will file 1 will be read. Then so what is my file? I store all the content into this. So this is content. If I am going to call my first, second, third, any content like I want third IP, just I will do and I will get the 0, 1, 3. This is my fourth IP I would. Do you see the benefit, guys?
Yep.
So listing your content, your element, the content is the listed, they split in that way. Okay, here so you understand the split very beautiful. Now there is a read and there is something called, there is another function for reading. We're going to explore that. Read the math. Second called line is a method to have multiple line and you want to read only the first line or line wise to read line. And another method is called read lines. We're going to explore all three. So already saw this, these two, using the right. Okay, so let's do. So we're going to study three more functions: read, read line, read lines. Okay, so let's explore this. First, I'm going to the write the what, one file. I'm going to create one file. How do I create file? In normal, you know that if normal process how to create the file. I think I should go for break and then, or should continue. How many?
It's about
Half hour,
40 minutes.
maybe 40 minutes.
Okay, then we stop. Okay, guys. So I will see you in next after break. Next class we will see that how to write the content and how we going to read the lines if we have huge number of multiple line and there is what's the difference between the line and lines. Okay, bye bye, see you in next.